There is a subtle moment, a quiet realization, when someone decides to take control of their life, to look inward, to seek wisdom over distraction, and the first step often is subscribing to knowledge that guides them. The people who commit to learning, who absorb the principles of Stoicism, begin to notice small shifts. At first, almost imperceptible, their patience lengthens, their clarity grows, their reactions to chaos soften, and then life begins to bend differently around them. It is not magic, it is practice, it is deliberate choice. Every lesson internalized, every reflection applied, builds a foundation that cannot be shaken by circumstance or opinion. Those who subscribe to these lessons, they begin to observe themselves. Without judgment, without expectation, they see patterns, they see weakness, and they choose to correct them, quietly, steadily, consistently. You will notice, over time, that the trivial frustrations of life, the petty arguments, the endless need for recognition, begin to lose their weight. They no longer dictate moods. They no longer demand attention, because a stronger sense of self has taken root. Each subscriber develops a kind of inner autonomy, a calm independence that allows them to act with purpose, not react to chaos, not seek validation, not bend to the demands of others, but to move deliberately in alignment with reason. As they continue to practice Stoicism, challenges that once seemed insurmountable now feel like tests, opportunities, moments to refine patience, courage, and wisdom. They begin to notice themselves staying calm when others panic, making decisions when others hesitate, acting when others react. Their relationships transform, not because they try to control others, but because their presence changes the energy around them. They become dependable, composed, respected, not through force, but through quiet mastery, through self-control, through visible calm. Subscribers start to see improvements in health, because stress no longer rules them. Sleep comes easier. Focus sharpens. Energy conserved, because internal storms are fewer. Because they no longer chase approval or react impulsively. Life becomes more predictable, manageable, sustainable. Financially, emotionally, socially, they begin to notice the benefits. Every decision, every interaction, guided by reason, guided by reflection, guided by the principles they practice, produces results, cumulative, compounding, consistent, unstoppable. It is not instantaneous. The change is gradual, like water wearing down stone, subtle, silent, powerful, and yet the difference is unmistakable. They see it in their confidence, in their calm, in the way people respond, in the doors that open, in the respect that is earned. Effortlessly, naturally, they begin to stop chasing approval, recognition, validation, external markers of worth, and paradoxically, because they stop chasing, they gain, they rise, they gain claim, they gain clarity, they gain influence, they gain freedom. Subscribers notice they stop reacting to insults, criticism, even envy. They observe it, and it slides past. No longer a source of stress, no longer a trigger, no longer a distraction. Every day they practice patience, temperance, reason, and gradually they become untouchable. Not in arrogance, but in presence. They start making better decisions, in their work, in their personal life, in their ambitions, because they pause, reflect, weigh before acting. Instead of being pulled by every whim, every emotion, every provocation, they become deliberate, efficient, strategic, powerful in the quietest way. Life feels fuller, deeper, more meaningful, because every day is now chosen consciously. Every thought, every word, every action, filtered through Stoic practice. Every challenge, every frustration becomes an opportunity, a lesson, a building block of character. They notice gratitude more naturally, appreciation more deeply. They are present, not distracted by comparison, not lost in judgment, not dependent on praise. They see life clearly, without distortion, without drama, with calm, with clarity, with purpose. Subscribers find their stress dissolving, their energy conserved, their minds sharpened, because Stoicism teaches them to distinguish between control and lack of control, and they act only on what they can control, consistently, patiently, intentionally. Their relationships improve because they are less reactive, less needy, more reliable, more centered. People trust them, respect them, gravitate toward them, not because they seek attention, but because they emit calm, clarity, integrity. They notice fear fading, anxiety receding, their courage growing, because they practice facing small discomforts, small frustrations, and gradually large ones, with calm, patience, and clarity. They begin to understand the transient nature of life, the futility of worry, the power of reason. Subscribers often say, life feels lighter, more manageable, more meaningful, because they see each day not as a collection of random events, but as a series of challenges. To apply wisdom to strengthen character, to live intentionally, they gain clarity. Every choice becomes intentional, every reaction measured, every setback becomes a lesson, every victory a reminder of the strength they cultivate. Quietly, consistently, daily, even their ambitions, their goals, their careers benefit because they approach life with composure, discipline, and deliberate effort. They act without drama, without distraction, without haste, and they accomplish more than ever before. Subscribers notice subtle confidence, a quiet authority that others sense and respond to, not by force, not by arrogance, but by the calm presence of someone who has mastered themselves, someone who is grounded, someone who is untouchable in their own mind, in their own life. Every challenge, every frustration, every criticism is met with reflection, not reaction. Every decision, weighed carefully. Every action, aligned with reason. Every emotion, observed, not indulged. Not suppressed, but understood, processed, transformed. Life becomes smoother, easier, more predictable, because internal storms are fewer, priorities clearer, energy conserved, judgment refined, patience strengthened, perspective broadened, influence grown, silently, steadily. Subscribers find a new rhythm, a quiet power, a sense of calm autonomy. They are no longer swayed by opinion, distracted by comparison, addicted to praise, fearful of judgment. They move steadily, surely, deliberately, toward better versions of themselves. This is the transformation Stoicism brings. Small daily choices, consistent reflection, patient practice, applied lessons. Each subscriber who commits, who practices, begins to notice profound improvements. Mentally, emotionally, socially, physically, spiritually. Every day becomes a chance to refine. Every interaction, a chance to practice. Every challenge, a chance to grow. And the results, cumulative, compounding, undeniable, visible, and life-changing. And at the end, the people who embrace this, who truly commit to learning, notice something extraordinary. Their lives improve, not because someone gave them a secret, but because they finally mastered themselves. If you want to experience this transformation, if you want to see massive improvements in your life, subscribe, join the lessons, practice daily, and take the small steps that lead to mastery. My ebook teaches these principles. Link is below.